Are you ready to turn your dreams into reality? In this video, I'm going to share 12 practical tips on how to achieve anything you want in life. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to English Listening Pod. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, rich or not yet. These ideas work for everyone. Each tip is explained simply, so you can easily apply it to your own life. You'll hear real stories and examples that make sense, whether you're a student, a parent, an athlete, or anyone with a dream. By the end of this journey, you'll feel more confident and ready to put these tips into action. Let's dive in. In the beginning, imagine exactly what you want. To put it simply, have a clear vision of success. Picture yourself at the finish line, doing the things you dream about. Maybe that means living in your ideal home, having the career you've always wanted, or simply feeling proud of what you've built. When you have a clear image in your mind, everything else falls into place more easily. Even when things get hard, this vision reminds you why you're on this path and motivates you to keep moving forward. This clarity is powerful because it guides your decisions. For example, if you see yourself as a teacher, you might volunteer at schools or study education courses. Each day, your goals and choices align more naturally with the picture you hold. Everyone from artists to athletes finds success by first imagining their win. Keep that clear picture of success in your mind and use it as a compass for each step you take. You can make this vision even stronger by writing it down or keeping a picture of your dream somewhere visible. For instance, if your goal is to travel to a place, put a photo of that place on your wall. Seeing that reminder every day keeps your vision alive. By connecting your vision to something real in your life, you make it part of your world. This way, even on a bad day, you know why you keep going. Another important idea is to set specific and meaningful goals. It's not enough to say, I want to succeed. You should define what success means for you. For example, maybe you want to write a book, get a college degree, or run a marathon. Break those dreams into smaller goals, like writing a certain number of words each day, finishing each homework assignment on time, or running a little farther every week. When your goals are clear and meaningful, it's easier to plan and keep track of your progress. Every morning or week, remind yourself of these goals. Maybe put them on a sticky note or in a journal so you see them often. This way, nothing important is forgotten. It's like using a map on a journey. When you know the exact destination, you can choose the best roads to get there. By having specific goals, every step you take will feel more focused and useful. It helps to make your goals measurable too. For example, instead of just saying, I want to get fit, say, I will jog 3 times a week. That way, you know exactly when you've done it. Writing goals down on paper or in a journal is a great habit. You might even tell a friend or family member about them. This can help keep you accountable. When you review your goals regularly, you'll notice progress and know where to focus next. Something that helps more than anything is to believe in yourself and your potential. You have more strength and ability inside you than you might realize. Sometimes we worry that we aren't good enough, but everyone has unique talents and skills. If you can start by trusting that you can learn and grow, it opens a lot of doors. For example, if you think, I can't do this, you might not even try. But if you say, I believe I can learn how to do this, you're already moving forward. Think of people you admire, maybe a coach, a teacher, a friend, or even someone on the news. They all started somewhere and learned things over time. They believed in themselves enough to keep trying, even when it was tough. When you give yourself credit for trying and growing, you'll push yourself further. Building belief can be as simple as telling yourself positive statements daily. In the morning, look in the mirror and say, I know I can do this, or I am capable. Over time, this little practice changes how you feel inside. Remember the first time you learned to ride a bicycle or tie your shoes. At the start, it felt hard, but you believed you would learn, and you did. Trusting yourself like that for big goals makes even scary dreams more reachable. Keep reminding yourself that you are capable and worthy of reaching your dreams. Another idea is to maintain a positive and growth mindset. This means expecting that you can improve and focusing on good things, even in hard situations. When you make a mistake or a plan fails, instead of saying, I'm just not good at this, try saying, I can learn from this. A positive mindset is like strong muscles. It gets stronger the more you use it. For example, if you miss a shot in sports or a question on a test, a growth mindset says you'll get better with practice, not that you should give up. Try to replace negative thoughts with helpful ones. Instead of, this is too hard, say, this is a chance to learn something. This small change in thinking can make a big difference. You might also remind yourself of times you succeeded before, like learning a new skill or getting a compliment for hard work. When you consistently expect good things and solutions, you'll often find them. You can strengthen a growth mindset by learning from others. When you see someone else succeed, ask how they did it rather than comparing yourself negatively. Reading stories of people who improved can inspire you. One idea is to keep a small journal of what you learn each day, or to list things you did well. Over time, you'll see your own improvement. By doing this, you start believing progress is possible, and you won't be afraid to try because every experience becomes an opportunity to learn. This doesn't mean everything will always be easy, but it means you won't stop yourself by giving up too soon. Next, remember to take consistent action every single day. Achieving big dreams starts with doing a bit at a time, day after day. You don't need a giant leap each day, even small steps count. If you want to write a book, maybe write one paragraph or even one sentence a day. If you want to get in shape, do a few push-ups or take a short walk. Over time, all these small actions add up. Some days will feel harder than others, but try to do something anyway. Even if you feel lazy, doing just a little bit can keep the momentum going. Think of success like saving money. If you put away a little bit every day, soon you have a pile of savings. In the same way, consistent effort builds big results. On days you feel lazy, commit to doing just a tiny bit. For example, promise yourself you will study for 5 minutes or just put on running shoes. Usually, starting is the hardest part. Once you begin, you often keep going for much longer. Another trick is to use a habit tracker or calendar checkmark. Each day you do something, mark it off. In time, you'll see a streak forming, and you'll want to keep that streak going. This makes showing up daily feel rewarding in itself. Consistency also builds habits, and habits make things easier over time. Before you know it, Those small steps become huge progress. Over time, your persistence will pay off and build your confidence. Every step forward is one step closer to your goal. It may sound strange, but try to embrace failure as a learning opportunity. Everyone makes mistakes, especially when trying something new. Instead of beating yourself up when something goes wrong, ask what you can learn from it. If a project doesn't work out as planned, that's not the end. It's a lesson in what to do differently next time. For example, when a cake recipe fails, the baker learns which ingredient amounts to change. Each failure actually brings you closer to success if you pay attention to the mistake. Think of it like this. Every time you fail, you get information. Many inventors and athletes kept trying until they figured it out. If something didn't work, it's a clue. Maybe your study method needs a tweak, or your plan needs more practice. Instead of feeling bad, feel curious. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What can I do better? With each mistake, you are gaining experience. It's helpful to reframe your failures as experiments. Ask yourself, what did I learn this time? Consider keeping a notebook of lessons from mistakes. For example, if you try a new recipe and it doesn't turn out well, you learn exactly what to do differently next time. A good motto is, fail fast, learn fast. The more you see failure as feedback, the less it stops you. Remember, every skill, from playing music to learning math, is built on many trials and errors. Embrace each failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. Over time, these experiences build your skills and make you stronger. It's crucial to stay persistent even in tough times. There will be days when you feel like giving up. When things get hard, you might not see quick results, or you might fail many times. But remember that keeping at it is what leads to success. Imagine a marathon runner who keeps putting one foot in front of the other, even when tired. Each step might feel small, but eventually they cross the finish line. The same is true for your goals. If you keep pushing forward little by little, you will make progress. You may not feel like you're succeeding every day, but each effort counts. Remind yourself why you started and how much you want it. You might say encouraging words to yourself like, I've come this far, I can go a bit further. Or remember a time you overcame a challenge. That memory can give you strength. When you face obstacles, break them into smaller pieces. Solve one piece at a time. Persistence is something heroes are made of. Think about water wearing down a rock or a climber slowly making their way up a mountain. They didn't reach the top in a day. They kept going, step by step. You have that same power in you. Try using small reminders too, like setting a phone alarm with an encouraging message or hanging a motivational quote on your wall. Whenever you feel like stopping, look at that reminder and take one more step. Over time, just like the marathon runner, you'll achieve far more than you first imagined. Every step forward is one step closer to the finish line. Keep your eyes on progress, not on perfection. It's easy to delay or feel bad if things aren't perfect, but waiting for perfection can stop you altogether. Instead, celebrate every little success and improvement. For example, if you're learning a language, you don't need to speak like a native immediately. Even saying a few words each day is progress. Each sentence you learn is better than nothing. By focusing on how far you've come, not on how far you have to go, you keep yourself motivated. Every small step forward is still moving you toward your goal. If you fixate on perfection, you might never finish things. It's like painting a picture. Finishing a painting imperfectly is better than leaving a blank canvas forever. When you think good enough for now, you actually take important action. Over time, these small moves add up, and guess what? As you go, your work really does get better anyway. For example, think of someone learning to paint. The first painting might not look great, but each time they practice, it gets better. If they abandoned painting after the first try, they would never see their improvement. Keep your old work or notes and watch how far you've come. Another idea is to set mini goals each week just to get something done. The quality will improve naturally as you go. When you finish a draft or a project, remind yourself that even if it's not perfect right now, each improvement makes it better. Focus on improvement over time, and you'll see big results by the end. Always try to keep learning and improving yourself each day. The world changes fast, and you grow by gaining new skills and knowledge. This could be as simple as reading a book, watching a tutorial, or practicing a hobby every week. Every time you learn a little more, you become better at tackling your goals. For example, if you're trying to cook, you might learn a new recipe each week, and soon you'll have many dishes you can make. If you're studying a subject, read a page or even a paragraph of material each day. If you're learning an instrument, spend a few minutes each day practicing a scale. Think about athletes who watch videos of their performance or students who review their mistakes. They use every chance to learn. You don't have to be perfect, just curious. Even when something is easy, asking yourself how to do it better leads to growth. Look for fun ways to learn too. You might watch a short video or listen to a podcast about your goal. Even chatting with a friend about it counts. If you have a question, try to find an answer online or by asking someone experienced. Think of it like watering a plant regularly. It slowly grows stronger. If you do this consistently, you'll be surprised by how much you know in a year. Everyone starts knowing nothing about something. The difference is how much time you spend learning. By improving a little every day, you'll build a strong foundation. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people. The people around you can affect your attitude and motivation. If you spend time with friends or family who encourage you, offer help, or work hard themselves, you'll find it easier to stay on track. On the other hand, if you're around people who always doubt or criticize you, it can be much harder to keep going. Think of it like having cheerleaders. Each time they cheer you on, you feel a little stronger. Try to find friends, mentors, or community members who inspire you. It could be someone you look up to, a teacher, or even an online group with similar goals. Share your challenges and successes with them. Their positive energy will lift you, and their advice can help when you get stuck. Even having one or two people cheering you on can make a big difference. You might also motivate them in return. Success is often contagious. Sometimes you might need to spend less time with someone who brings you down. This can be hard, but your energy is precious. Instead, join a club or group that shares your interests. Whether it's a sports team, a book club, or an online community, these connections can become your support system. They cheer you on when you're doing well and encourage you if you're struggling. Over time, just watching others work hard can push you to do the same. In the end, You become part of a team that helps everyone improve. In this way, you build a circle of encouragement around yourself that keeps you moving forward. Also, keep your body and mind healthy. When you want to achieve big things, it's easy to forget basic needs, but your energy and focus depend on them. Make sure you get enough sleep, eat some healthy food, and take breaks when you need them. Even a short walk can clear your mind. If your body is tired or your mind is stressed, it's harder to solve problems or stay motivated. Think of your health like fuel for a car. The better fuel you have, the farther you can go. When you feel well rested and strong, you can focus better and work more efficiently. It's not always obvious, but small habits make a big difference. Getting up a little earlier, stretching, or doing a quick workout can really boost your mood and focus. And mental health is just as important. Talk to someone if you feel stressed, or try a relaxing hobby. Think of it this way: even the best smartphone needs to recharge its battery. If you never rest, you'll run out of energy. You don't have to sacrifice sleep or well-being for success. In fact, your goals are more likely to happen when you feel good physically and mentally. Try to make healthy habits enjoyable. Maybe do a quick dance break while studying, or cook a tasty, healthy meal with music. Also, breathe deeply when you're stressed. It really helps the mind feel calm. By keeping yourself healthy and balanced, you'll find it easier to tackle your goals every day. You'll be amazed at how much smoother it is to work towards your dreams when your body and mind are in good shape. Finally, celebrate the small victories in life. Big goals are reached by many smaller wins. Each step you complete, no matter how small, is progress. Pat yourself on the back for finishing a chapter of studying, or congratulate yourself for showing up at the gym a few times this week. These little celebrations keep you motivated and happy. For example, even if you haven't reached your dream job yet, getting a good grade on a test or helping a friend could be a reason to celebrate. Keep a list or share your wins with someone. Maybe treat yourself to something small, like your favorite snack, after a good effort. These rewards don't have to be big or expensive, but they remind you that you're making progress. Every time you celebrate, it pushes you to aim for the next win. This cycle of progress and celebration turns hard work into a positive experience. Think of your journey like a video game with many levels. Each level you beat is a victory worth celebrating. If your dream is big, reaching one milestone, like finishing a chapter or hitting a weekly goal, deserves a little reward. Maybe you mark it with a fun activity or share it with someone else. Celebrating also helps you remember how much you've done. So when the next week feels tough, you recall all those wins, and it keeps you motivated. Every time you celebrate, you build confidence and get excited for the next step. Over time, this habit of celebrating small victories will give you momentum and even more belief in what you can achieve. Thank you for listening. I hope these tips help you feel ready to go after your goals. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Feel free to share this with a friend and let me know in the comments which tip you like the most. Keep believing in yourself and keep taking action. See you next time.